You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Come on, let's turkey try. Let's get it while it's hot.
Mornings with Lone Star. It's 9 in the morning-ish, 9:04. Mornings Lone Star with Dick and Skippy and Jake in the studio. Brought to you by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Happy Gobble Gobble Week,
Gobble,
guys.
gobble, gobble day. We actually found Dick actually found a turkey-themed bumper song. Thank you, Dick.
Yeah, very impressed. Very impressed.
With like 12 seconds to go, too. We're getting ready. Okay, we're going on less than a minute. Hey, what music should we do? I don't know, something Thanksgiving-y. And Dick, by golly, he found it.
He's the best Dick I know.
Hey. When it comes to Dicks, it doesn't come any better than him.
Nope. He is the best.
Thank you. We thank you, Dick. On this day of Thanksgiving, we give thanks to our favorite Dick.
That's right.
In the studio.
The one and only.
The one and only Dick.
True to our heart.
Happy. Yeah, moving on from giving Dick all of the kudos today. So it is the last broadcast of the week.
I know it's sad to see this. It's a short week for us, and it's sad to see it come to an end. But we do have a lot of fun coming up over the next few days with family and friends and food and football. It's going to be a blast. Are you a big football fan? Are you one who watches?
Thanksgiving is one of the very few days where I actually watch football. So I don't know who's playing, but
and to go back, and I don't want to get too political on this early on a Wednesday morning, but I'm really curious to see what their numbers and ratings are compared to past Thanksgivings. But I was thinking about this, and I was actually talking about it with my brother. I think it's kind of skewed numbers now because of Thursday football, and we have Thursday football every week now. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think the Thursday football special event that goes with Thanksgiving is as special as it was prior to the introduction of Thursday.
Absolutely.
Wasn't the UT A&M game usually on this?
Yep, it was every Thursday.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry.
Dick is snorting his way through the morning.
Yeah, at least it's not white powdery substance.
Dick and Skippy are equally sick this morning. Jake, apparently you already went through this, right, last week?
I probably passed it on to you guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
2 weeks ago, but yeah.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. But the only difference between Dick and I is that Skippy's hopped up on some mega drugs this morning, all legal. Don't worry about it. All legal. And Dick isn't. So let's compare.
Although he is pouring an odd substance out of a red bag onto his taco.
We have working tacos today. It's been a while since we've had working tacos, so Skippy stopped by Carmelitas. Ordered some tacos because that's what we do on Thanksgiving, like the Pilgrims did with the Indians. They ate tacos.
I'm pretty
exactly
sure they had
like it. Exactly.
Were you there?
Like
Prove me wrong.
That's right. But yeah, no, I'd be curious to see where the numbers end up this year for the Thursday.
You know, it's
football.
funny. I don't.
No, you don't care anymore?
I don't care.
You're
I'm over the
football?
NFL. I'm over harassment. I'm over everything we've been talking about.
Over
for the past month.
harassment. I'm loving the.
No, I was reading this thing that somebody. I wish I knew the reporter's name. Basically, she came out saying that if a few innocent men get taken down in this process of taking down the patriarchy, it's okay. And I was just really kind of disturbed by that thought process.
Yeah, because that's the same person who would say we got to abolish the death penalty because if we save one innocent person, it's okay to let all these others.
Yeah, so I'm over it. Dynamo lost 2-0.
I know that was a tough loss last night.
We had that crazy red card.
Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate. So now we got to go win.
We had to score at least two to
tie and send it to extra, and then if not, we got to get 3 up on them to win. So. Well,
it's nice if we get 3 on them and they tie at 3, we still win because we have more away goals.
Correct. But it was a sad loss for the Houston area. That's yesterday, but it's not over yet. Always power of believing.
That's right. And I'm Team Domino.
Have you ever heard this in the news about this EA Battlefront 2 and how like Europe is basically going to ban the games they make because of the microtransactions? They think that's gambling. Have you heard about this?
No. So
apparently in the game,
explain to me what a microtransaction.
Well, a microtransaction is like you buy the game, and in the game you can spend money, like real money. And there's certain games that have a randomized element to you spending money. So, for example, you buy like a deck of cards and you pay $5 per booster pack, and you don't know which one you're getting. It's like random every time. And a lot of people got upset with this particular game, and now Europe is looking at banning all games like that because of the addictive nature it brings to kids. Because you've always heard that story since apps came out with microtransactions that the little kid is like spending thousands and thousands of dollars on accident because they don't know what money is, and they're just kind of like, I want more jewels, and like they keep buying.
Is Europe talking about doing that for the apps as well?
Well, if it's randomized, if it's like gambling, because it really is like you're basically rolling a dice. You're paying $5 just to roll a dice, and you get like a gun, or you get like a different colored shirt on your guy. And I'm not kidding you, it depends on the game. But yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 2 got like a huge knockback from it. Like they're even talking about changing its stock position in the stock market because of the backlash, because they're not making as much money as they were.
Interesting.
And then apparently the CEO of Disney, because they own the IP, called the head of EA saying turn it off because of how ridiculous it is. Because I think what they did that was different from like just randomly getting cool aesthetics is they made it like that was the only way to unlock parts of the game. So like to get Darth Vader, you had to either keep buying the loot boxes and hope to get them, or you had to play the game for like 60 hours or 70 hours or something like that to get like a normal character in the game.
Well, that's where I'm all about the free market, because that's a choice they made. And if enough people get ticked off, then they will not buy the game or play the game, and they'll get bad reviews, and they'll change their mind. So no one's forcing anyone to play the game, to be Darth Vader. On the phone apps that I have, I'm pretty chintzy, so I will always do the free route. I think the only app I actually spent money on for the paid version was Words with Friends, so I wouldn't have to deal with the ads. But I play like literally 30 games simultaneously on Words with Friends.
Is it simultaneously or simultaneously?
Both.
Well,
is it tomato?
It's a Britishism is simultaneous.
Well, this argument is for the kids, because like and it's happened to me. I let my nephew play on my Xbox, and then I started getting emails about $5 purchases, and I was like, when did I buy $5 credits? When did I do this? Well, in the game, he literally has to hit like 3 buttons. He goes like start, options, store, and purchase. Like it takes no time to get to it.
Yeah, there needs to be some kind of safeguard.
So Apple.
Well, there is a safeguard. Like me not knowing, I don't have kids, so I don't put that safeguard on my Xbox. But you can put it on your Xbox where every time there's a purchase, somebody has to enter a code or something like that.
Well, yeah. And so Apple's even taking it a step further. Say your child knows your code, or you have a family share account where they can purchase things on their own. They have a setting now where it's like, hey, do you approve this purchase? Essentially, is what it is. So, and the parent.
Now it's gonna be Face ID. It's like, that's not your face. I'm like, I can't buy anything.
I don't like the Face ID idea.
Yeah, nor I. First off, it puts you on facial recognition no matter what. But also,
and the government knows where you are at all times.
That's right. But primarily because if I get beaten up, like I've been beaten up in the past, my face is not going to look like it. And if I want to call the cops, I'm like, open my phone. We don't recognize your face.
Did you hear about the, I believe it was 4 ladies. They went to Taiwan from China to get cheaper plastic surgery done.
Uh-oh.
And they had to go through a whole fiasco to get back on the plane to get back to China because
my gosh, yeah.
Their faces were so different that the airport security wouldn't let them through because they didn't match their IDs. Like they had multiple IDs with their names on it, but none of the pictures looked like them. So
that's funny. Yeah, well, that's very real, actually. Not thinking about it, and again, not to get political, but when new laws are put into effect, you have to. Sometimes the law goes into effect before it's fully thought through. Like for instance, with Colorado, with legalization of marijuana, that was put into effect before. There was a standard of what intoxication under marijuana was. With alcohol, it affects the
0.08.
Yeah. And with marijuana, that's not the case. So they kind of put the cart before the horse on that one. I think same thing with like gender transition and stuff like that, where everyone's racing to get these laws into effect. You can be anyone you want. And this is not the comment I'm making on that aspect. The aspect is, if your driver's license says male, and since your last photo or last time you went driver's license, you decide to start identifying with another gender, you got to change your driver's
yeah, I
license, you
wonder
got
how
to
that
change your
would-
phone. That's what I'm saying.
But I wonder if for those who go through the surgical process to actually make the switch over, I wonder if they have to change their driver's license prior to the surgery, or I don't know how that works.
And
I never even thought about that.
Right. And with that, because you have those who are undergoing the surgical procedures to actually, scientifically swap genders. But nowadays you have, if I can identify as a woman, I can identify as black, I can identify as, so there's no surgery involved. I can just, like that woman did with a nonprofit, just take a lot of self-tanning stuff, look darker and say, I identify as black. Well, does that mean that means you got to change your driver's license? You got to change. Yeah.
If I identify as a unicorn, is that like a legal change? Can I make that a legal change?
I didn't know. I don't know if this is true. Apparently in Mexico, until last year, you could identify as a African American on like your official records.
You couldn't?
Yeah, you had to check other.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
No wonder hundreds of thousands a day are clamoring to get into America.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. How many black, or I guess, they're probably Dominican or Cuban or something along those lines, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of people trying to migrate to Mexico.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Well,
African-American.
but they go into Mexico to get, keep going north.
Well, no, this is talking about like to be a citizen there, and you select what race you are.
Well, yeah, but if you wanted to play, say you want to play baseball in America, a lot of them go to Mexico and become citizens there to do so. But I know that a lot of Dominicans they classify as black rather than as whatever,
As non-black,
as
right, as
non-black,
Anglo.
whatever else there would be. But no, that's I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Well, something that kind of cracks me up, deep down, not really funny, haha. It's that the United States of America truly is, I think, the most diverse country like in the universe.
Well, I think a lot of people realize that when Donald Trump became president, they tried to go to Canada or something, and Canada's like, we don't just allow people to come in.
Right. And think about it. It's like, I think the blacks are severely underrepresented in China. There aren't enough blacks in China. Not enough black people have jobs in China, or Hispanic people, or Japan or Russia. There's none of this. They have their
They're very protective
their
towards their
ethnicities.
cultures.
Well, yeah, culture and ethnicity.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in Japan, you're Japanese. You have dark hair and Asian features. And
When we went to Korea, we went to South Korea. I got two buddies that live over there. One's white and one's Korean, but both grew up here in America.
Mm-hmm.
And when we went over there, I was like, "Yeah, hey, what do I need to do to rent a car? Is it any more expensive?" And they were like, "You can't rent a car here." And I was like, "Well, why not?" Because you're not Korean, and only Koreans are allowed to rent cars in Korea. And I was like, "What? You're kidding me?" And I'm like, but that's one of those
as
things.
a kid in Japan, seriously, there were cabs that would not stop. Now, of course, we nuked their country a few decades earlier, so I get the sour grapes. But I mean, restaurants, I think I may have said this before, but there's a lot of anti-American sentiment.
We get it, Dickie. We get it, Skippy. You
Dick.
traveled as a kid.
I traveled as
He
a
didn't
kid.
travel, he lived.
Travel.
He lived.
I lived.
Well, living, but he traveled to live.
When we come
Traveled to
back,
live there, right?
when we come back from the break, I want to talk about net neutrality.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a big topic these days. Yeah, y'all clearly seem educated on the topic.
No,
I'm waiting. We're saving our topics.
This is the latest round of it. Is this going to be like the last time? Oh my God, they're going to steal the internet from us again, or is this for realsies this time?
For realsies.
Realsies.
That'd be a great statement. Hey guys,
For realsies.
Is this for realsies?
We mean it this time.
all right, good deal. We'll be back. You're listening to Mornings with Lone Star. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna have a song break at the bottom of the hour. Let us know what song you want to hear, folks. Just call in 936-647-3776 or message on Facebook, MW Lone Star. Mornings with Lone Star is brought to you by Conroe Coffee and also Clean Sweep Office Cleaning in the Montgomery County area. Special thanks to those sponsors. Let's hear a quick word from them. We'll be back here with more Mornings with Lone Star.
Clean Sweep Office Cleaning has been Montgomery County's business cleaning service since 2002, offering professional office cleaning in areas such as restroom, stairwells, elevator, floor care, pretty much every angle of your office. One-time cleaning is available, but you will want these guys back. Offering daily, weekly, monthly scheduled cleanings, Clean Sweep Office Cleaning works around your business needs. Schedule a cleaning today online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or call 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Between the Crichton Theater and the Owen Theater, Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with tasty treats and Italy's favorite coffee. Have your favorite coffee or just have a midday snack be personally delivered to you at any location in downtown Conroe. All you have to do is call 936 Conroe C or 936-266-7632.
We'd like to thank our sponsor at Conroe Coffee for supporting Mornings with Lone Star and Lone Star Community Radio. Don't forget to check them out online at conroecoffee.com.
Don't you just hate it when websites have pop-ups? I just hate it.
That's why I'm just, if you notice, I'm on my tablet nowadays. I gave up on bringing my laptop in here.
Welcome back.
wait,
It's
wrong-
Turkey
wrong
Day.
bird, wrong bird.
Turkey Day's tomorrow.
Oh,
I sound like a pigeon. I'm moving on.
Happy pre-Turkey Day.
happy pre-turkey day.
So
Happy Black Friday
I was
Eve.
on the phone with my mama,
Your mama?
and I'm not going to be with our family this Thanksgiving. And I asked, what are you guys doing? Like, we usually have a big family. I have a large family to start with. Apparently, the stars have aligned, and nobody's coming to see my mom and my dad. So it's literally just them. And she's like, well, I want to make a turkey still. I'm like, you're going to make a big turkey just for 2 people? And she's like, yeah. So there you go. Someone's still having Turkey Day. I know Donald Trump pardoned 2 turkeys.
Oh my gosh! How dare this? Welcome to Trump's America.
When did that start? Do y'all
wait.
know? You know the history of partying turkey?
A
Like,
very long time. I think there was an episode of The West Wing where they actually talked about that because it used to be one turkey was pardoned, the other was eaten, and I believe it was Carter, who was the first president to pardon both. I love you, Jimmy Carter. To pardon both turkeys.
Some people might call him a turkey, but
he had his moments, but no.
I didn't even know that was a thing until watching the kids movie Freebird. And I didn't know that was a real thing. And then I was like, oh, wait, this is actually an actual thing that presidents do. How silly out of all the things presidents do, what's the silliest ceremonial thing that they do? Because this has got to be up there. Pardoning a turkey, like, is that really something our president needs to take time to do?
well, I think it's more of there's certain celebrations the White House does.
The
for-
Easter egg hunt.
Like it's like a known thing for half a day. They do something silly, like the Easter egg hunt, and then the Christmas tree, and then like the orphans. Isn't that orphans come there or something like that?
No, and I get all that. The Christmas tree and everything.
You
like
just
that.
don't like Thanksgiving?
No, I love Thanksgiving.
Sounds like you don't.
I love Thanksgiving, but pardoning a turkey, we're treating it like it's an inmate, and we're pardoning of a death sentence.
Hey,
or
at
a
least
life
President
sentence.
Trump is pardoning somebody. I mean,
I'm going to reserve all comment there. Anyways, net neutrality.
net neutrality. And again, this is one of those knee-jerk, people are howling about this without fully appreciating what it is. So, the official definition of net neutrality is the principle that internet service providers and governments should treat all data on the internet equally, not discriminating or charging differentially. Basically meaning if I just wanted to browse pages at random, I could. But YouTube might be able to charge you want to come to YouTube, it's an extra $2.99 a month. Or, if I wanted to stream Hulu or something, that you can package it. And people are like, no, because right now on the internet, I pay my flat. I don't know what I pay you for, so I just pay it whatever they tell me to pay. I'm a very bad businessman. Just don't tell my clients that. And I get access to everything, pretty much. If net neutrality is repealed, then that means that the YouTubes of the world, the Hulus of the world, the porn sites of the world can actually charge, seal themselves off.
So they already charge. So where's the difference?
Right. There we go. But you have these people, no. On cable, I don't have HBO. You know why? I don't think it's worth the extra of.
You're cheap.
I'm cheap. I'm a cheap SOB. And there's not enough on HBO to grab my attention. Or let's even take it out of cable so much. I will not pay a penny for CBS All Access.
Is that so? Well, I guess that's purely internet, right?
Mm-hmm. That's streaming. And so, but I mean, I have the option to say, you know what, if Star Trek Discovery and the other shows they have on All Access were enough to justify me paying, then I'd gladly pay it. I have the right to say, no, thank you. And I gladly do that. So this is already out there. The more electricity you use, the more you're charged, the more phone lines you have or DVR connectors you have, you're charged more. So it's already there.
So I guess what my question would be is, for those who are opposed and educated on net neutrality, but opposed to it, or on the opposite side of it, what's their key point argument? What's their main staple argument?
Opposed to net neutrality or opposed to getting rid of net neutrality?
Getting rid of net neutrality.
Those opposed to getting rid of net neutrality means that Facebook might be actually be able to charge you to be a Facebook client or customer.
Or the ISP charges Facebook.
Or the ISP charges Facebook
for access. I mean, like, just to give you an idea what essentially what it is. You ever seen those ads for, like T-Mobile, and they're like, hey, do this plan, you get to watch Netflix for free.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we won't charge you data for that. It's just basically the same idea. They get to manipulate how the user experience works. And for net neutrality, that's what they want to prevent. But what's funny to me is they're already doing it. It's a known thing that your ISP slows down your internet connection when you watch so much Netflix and things like that. Like, especially here.
Or your phone on your data, I used to be charged overages. Now I have the thing where if I hit my data for the month, it just strangles it down. And you know what? I can live with that. It inspires me to not use so much data.
Well, now I guess I would counter that with, I live out in the boonies and I'm limited already on how much I can use. And I can't watch Netflix at the lake house because it uses up too much of my data. And therefore I can't watch it. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to stream the internet at all. But even then I can't make it through a month. So they're going to limit me more.
One thing a lot of people don't look at this is it's your local municipality that votes on what ISPs are in your area. So, for example, like here, the city government made a deal with Suddenlink and Consolidated. That's why we don't have Comcast in downtown. I mean, that's because this local municipalities vote on this stuff about doing the infrastructure, about doing like laying the lines down, and also providing a service to the local community. So, like the net neutrality thing always made me laugh when people were upset about it, because it's like, well, it's very local. Go to your local people. There's a reason why you don't have Google Fiber. And it's either because Google Fiber isn't allowed to be here, or Google Fiber doesn't want to go through the red tape to be here. Like, it's just kind of like what's worth it to the consumer. So when it comes down to net neutrality, it's already happening. People are already getting their data throttled, and they just don't know it. Because, I notice it here because we're constantly streaming and stuff. In certain parts of the month, everything just goes bogged down, and it's like basically they can't handle the bandwidth because we're not paying for it. So it's like, all right, set those guys back. And they have like automatic things that do this.
There's some ISPs actually, because this comes up like every year or so. It comes up for Senate review, and that's why it's suddenly a hot topic now. But some ISPs have actually come up with concepts of smart web or smart net, where it's like you separate it, so you can pay $10 a month for messaging services, and or you can pay $10 a month for social media services. And so it's almost a cafeteria menu, and you got video, music, and then email and cloud. So, and that's what it is. So the worst, in my opinion, Skippy's personal opinion, which may or may not reflect the views of Lone Star Internet Radio, is there may be some extra charge, like email. But see, I already pay $20 a year for Hotmail because I've had this account for like 30 years, my Hotmail account. And so you can not pay for it and get like, be able to have like 100 email messages and that's all the storage, or mine's unlimited because I'm opting to pay more. So I think with net neutrality, I think the worst thing that's going to happen is there may be some price fluctuations, but that way the Netflixes and the Facebooks and the Hulus of the world will actually give special deals like they're already doing with phones. Hey, come to Sprint or AT&T and we'll give you Hulu or Netflix for free. And so it opens up to more free market because nothing gets an economy going rocking than competition.
But I guess my concern is for those that live out where I live, out on Lake Livingston, am I going to be penalized for living out in
Well, it just depends on your area. And like one thing, the net neutrality, what FCC is proposing is now we're required to know if they're doing it or not. That's what the new system's going to be.
If you're getting hosed, there would be checks and balances to keep you from getting hosed.
No, not even that. It's why you're getting hosed. Like, they have to show why they're doing this. And in the past, they have not been doing that.
So it's like when they put the nutritional facts on, cans of soup and stuff, that they're just making it to where it has to be public information.
Right. Mm-hmm. So the ending of net neutrality is not the end of the world, in my humble opinion. I can't see society falling apart. And here's the thing: if you're forced to choose, and this is the issue I had with the American Care Act, the Affordable Care Act, was I had to pay one price for services that I would never use. I'm older. My wife is postmenopausal. We don't need birth control or prenatal care. It's always better when you have a cafeteria of options, menu of options. I know, right? It's
Poor
funny.
Mrs. Skippy.
Yeah, sorry,
Just
Mrs.
her
Skippy.
whole life.
Let's see
being
if she's listening.
broadcasted.
Oh, if my phone blows up, I know she's listening this morning.
You're listening to Morning Lone Star. We're going to be ending that bottom of the hour music break, so we're going to take an extended music break. You can always let us know what kind of music you want us to play for this beautiful Wednesday morning. Just let us know, 936-647-3776 or MW Lone Star on Facebook. This show is brought to you by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, folks. We do have a special guest coming up around 10 o'clock. There's a new sheriff in town over at the Conroe CVB, and she's going to be in the studio with
Gonna
us.
ride on in.
She's going to ride on in here. So thank you for joining us. We'll be right back after a couple great songs.
And when the dance is through, I saw some turkey with.
Clean Sweep Office Cleaning has been Montgomery County's business cleaning service since 2002, offering professional office cleaning in areas such as restroom, stairwells, elevator, floor care, pretty much every angle of your office. One-time cleaning is available, but you will want these guys back. Offering daily, weekly, monthly scheduled cleanings, Clean Sweep Office Cleaning works around your business needs. Schedule a cleaning today online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or call 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Between the Crichton Theater and the Owen Theater, Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with tasty treats and Italy's favorite coffee. Have your favorite coffee or just have a midday snack be personally delivered to you at any location in downtown Conroe. All you have to do is call 936-CONROE-C or 936-266-7632.
We'd like to thank our sponsor at Conroe Coffee for supporting Mornings with Lone Star and Lone Star Community Radio. Don't forget to check them out online at conroecoffee.com.
And when the dance is through, I saw some turkey with you.
Welcome back, Morning's Lone Star. I hope you enjoy those songs. Our intro-outro music, Let's Turkey Trot by Little Eva, written by Jerry Goffin and Carole King. Check that out.
Carole King wrote that one. Huh? I wonder how much money she made off of Turkey Trot. I wonder if it's
Well,
the
not a
Carole
lot.
King
You haven't heard of it,
off-Broadway
so-
music. I know, right? And I like Carole King. I like Carole King too. But yeah, I grew up listening to Carole King's Tapestry album. My sister had it, and so I would borrow it from
Too bad that's like her only album that people know.
Well, yeah, it's like Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, you know, they've obviously done more albums than that, but everyone just flashes back to Rumors. Fleetwood Mac was a band back in the day,
I know who
Jake.
Fleetwood
Okay,
Mac
just
is.
check it.
I've seen Fleetwood Mac live. I love.
You've seen Fleetwood Mac live? You suck.
Yeah, they were great down in the Toyota Center. It was an awesome concert.
Is that when everyone was like primates?
Primate?
Because
Yeah.
we were not dinosaurs anymore.
When
Now
monkeys
we're monkeys.
took over from the crustaceans. So Jake saw.
You're a crustacean?
yeah. I'm pre-amoebic.
Skippy's crusty?
So Jake, what's new in the sports world?
There's a couple things that
I know
came
you were
out.
talking about OU and
Yeah, the quarterback situation there for Baker Mayfield and just everything that's going on with him and whatnot.
what does a school do like during the game? You said that the Baker Mayfield got like 3 late hits on him. Now, at what point does the referee or the NCAA body go like, all right, something clearly is going on here?
Well, so here's the thing: is they were playing Kansas this past weekend, and Kansas and Baker Mayfield have had a kind of ongoing rivalry throughout his tenure at OU.
So him versus the school?
Yeah, because
That's awesome.
He's made a few comments on social media prior. He's kind of like the next age of Johnny Manziel, the better version of Johnny Manziel.
He talks a lot and backs it up.
He's the bad boy of
Until he gets to the
college.
NFL.
Yeah, well,
And then he goes down the toilet like everyone else.
And let's just hope he doesn't go to the white powdery substance like Manziel did. So, but
Is that proven?
oh yeah. He went to rehab.
Like Weinstein rehab? Or
No,
actual rehab?
Like actual rehab.
Realsies rehab.
Realsies. We should open it. Realsies
Realsies for
rehab.
realsies. Rehab for realsies.
But no, yeah. So he took a couple late hits in the first quarter in the opening two drives, and then basically responded back after making a great play with grabbing of his own crotch and mouthing an inappropriate word to the student section
on TV. Like this is all on TV, like in front of the camera and everything.
In front of the camera caught it all. But the thing is that they were playing Kansas. Kansas is terrible. Kansas hasn't won more than 2 games in a season in the last 5 years. So they're really bad. So I guarantee you no NCAA body was actually watching that game. Therefore, it could not have been reprimanded in real time. So then it comes down to the officials to handle it in the game situation.
And what do they do in the game?
Well, they just throw flags and just call it football.
And it's like, oh, you're just a bad
brain
boy.
Brain injuries,
Slap that wrist.
But OU itself, without letting the NCAA, governing body come into play, they basically stripped him of his team leader, captain, whatever you like to call it, title, and as well said he could not start this game.
Did he ever apologize?
No.
So he still hasn't apologized for any of the behavior?
No.
That's Manziel. Yeah, it sounds like a Manziel kind of thing.
I mean, he got up there and he was real emotional, not about not starting, because, again, he's probably not going to play the first drive.
Sorry.
And then he'll go in after that. But he was crying about the fact that he did not he lost his captainship. So.
You think anyone's making fun of him in the locker room now?
Oh, I'm sure. But I mean, in my humble opinion, just it's not a big deal. Like the man's getting ready to go make millions of dollars because he's probably going to be one of the top 5 quarterbacks taken, and he'll be taken probably in the first round because there's going to be so many quarterbacks drafted this year. And I'm just, what's the point, man? It's college football. Move on. It's like getting emotional about a high school game. You're about to go play in college. You're going to be good. What are you going to get emotional about a high school game for? That's just my opinion, but
Well, that's funny.
If it's your last game ever, I can understand, but it's not his last game ever. He'll go make a few million.
Do you think he'll still win the Heisman?
Yeah, I don't think it'll hurt him just because of how bad.
That'd be great if he wins and grabs his crotch again.
Oh, he would be the one to do it too. He would be the one to do it. But the field of competition for the Heisman this year is so weak. So,
Do I have a shot this year?
Skip, you got a shot, man.
Awesome.
That hairline alone.
I'm telling you, man.
carry you to the
It's
top.
it's not a bald spot. It's a solar panel for a love machine.
Wow.
Yeah, you
wow.
betcha.
Gobble gobble.
Is that what you say every morning?
That's how
Like,
how I make it through every day.
You do lick your fingers and do your eyebrows and be like, yeah, love machine, waking up, get that oil going.
The mirror gazes back at me and says, "By golly, there's perfection."
I'm guessing your love machine steam powered.
That's right.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, before the days of the combustible engine, we just went with steam power. We're powered with rocks. You had rocks.
All right.
But,
Thanks, Jake, for giving me that update.
Well, yeah. And if you
nice
want
update.
a little update on the Jerry Jones, Roger Goodell
It's
situation,
your shows today.
I know it is. So tune in at 1 o'clock to 2.
Do you do a prep in the bathroom before you go on the air?
Always.
Do you do the eyebrow wax and stuff like that?
Oh no, mine's on the royal throne rather than in.
Oh, yeah.
Very prep.
There we go. Too much information.
Yeah, moving on from that. Hey, we gotta we can down shit for a second. Couple of in memoriams thing. First off, David Cassidy passed last week. They were talking about they were prematurely talking about his death. So maybe we can put on like I Think I Love You or something as one of our songs today. Just David Cassidy, we miss you already. And more locally, someone passed away, Ann Lee, who for a long time was the director of the Montgomery County Choral Society, a big local musical presence here, and she passed away from cancer.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is. I don't want to bring down the show or anything, but we just want to give props out. This woman really made Montgomery County sound just that a little bit better with her just unceasing work. She worked with the theaters, with choral societies, her church. So Ann Lee will be missed, as well as David Cassidy. We will miss you, David Cassidy.
All right.
Meanwhile, back to net neutrality.
No, I was gonna pop in there with some Jerry Jones update.
Do you think it's funny that Houston has an ice rink?
You know, completely. Yeah.
Houston has an ice rink?
Yeah, and it's like they're having water issues. Have you seen the photos of this? They do this ice rink in Discovery Green. This is part of the reason why the Woodlands built their ice rink. We can talk about Jerry Jones in a second. Quit being a little Mayfield.
No, nobody cares about ice rinks.
We can wait for our stuff and get his show.
I know we have the Conroe Visitors Bureau, but I want to get the Woodlands, because why would they spend this money on this ice rink and only open it like a fourth of the year? So what's going on out of the year?
Where's the Woodlands one at?
Well, they typically had it over there, I believe. It was outdoors, but they put like a tent.
Yeah,
over
next to the mall, there was a parking lot area, a corner lot where they erected a tent and had this outdoor.
And it would be like for a month and a half or something like that. But the issue was they could never maintain the actual rink. It would sometimes get, half an inch of water in it while skating. And they finally decided to build a facility to host the rink, and it maintains the ice.
Yeah, the tent just was terrible at keeping the cold in and keeping the ice frozen.
And Houston has one that's in the open in Discovery Green, like downtown in Discovery Green. During the summertime, it's a roller skating rink. And then at winter, they put an ice skating rink there, but they can never maintain it. I think out of the total days of operation, it's only really usable like 6. Because of the cold weather never comes until like January 2nd or something like that. And then it shuts down like January 14th or something.
Yeah, so the Woodlands one, I wasn't privy on these meetings or anything. I'm personally...
Are you trying to say you usually are?
There have been some meetings I've been in on for some performing arts venues up there, but I have nothing to do with the the ice rink. But I got to question the practicality of it. I don't know what the building's used for the other 9 months.
Well, that's what I every time I read an article, I was real excited because like, oh man, that means you can have figure skating all year round and ice hockey all year round, and but I have not seen anything that kind of suggests that at all.
Maybe there are some secret meetings to get a
but if it's indoors, so if I'm understanding,
they actually built a facility.
So if it's indoors, I don't see why they couldn't do that, because I know there's one. I mean, obviously Memorial City has one.
Yeah.
Galleria has one.
Well, did you know the Woodlands High School has a hockey team?
Yeah.
I mean, ice hockey team, like legit ice hockey team.
Well, where do they practice and play? Do you know?
Aerodrome, and then
right there on 249.
Yeah, and then there's a couple other places.
Yeah, so I mean, it's doable, and like because I know
that's what I was kind of excited for. I was like, oh look, the local hockey team will finally not have to drive.
Where I grew up in Katy, they have a club Katy hockey team where all the high schools, because they don't have enough players that want to play per high school, so all the high schools form together to make up one team that play the Woodlands, and there's I think there's probably quite a bit around the greater Houston area that have.
Well, I mean, I was. This is kind of like the domino effect, where that guy who owns the Rockets is talking about bringing like it's.
Well, he's already mentioned it. He's come out and mentioned
like
it now.
I think it might happen. Like,
no, I think it will, and I've said it
bringing
multiple times.
Bringing an NHL team here.
I've said it multiple times on my show and then on this show too. I think that was his ultimate goal. Was he's been an advocate for it for years to bring.
Is this Tillman Fertitta?
Yeah.
Or the other guy? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think he will? Who owns the Toyota Center?
Oh, we looked. We looked this up the other day.
People doesn't. It's some guy.
Toyota.
No, it's some guy. He kicked out the Arrows, and he wasn't really agreeable. And so I'm trying to figure out where will this where were the Rockets and the NHL team?
Harris County Houston Sports Authority.
Okay,
that's who owns it. I think the reason why, if I remember correctly, the Arrows were kind of moved away or were kicked out was because they couldn't charge enough for tickets, and therefore they didn't want.
Power through, Jake. Power through.
I am not going to talk on the show anymore as long as Dick is engineering. No. I think they wanted to, or they weren't bringing enough money. That was the issue. So I think if you do it right, I think if you advertise for it correctly, if Dallas can manage a hockey team, then Houston can manage a hockey team. So
yeah, because Dallas,
anything Dallas can do, we can do better.
Is that
better than Dallas can do.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Skippy.
Interesting. Well, we got to take another quick sponsored break here. We do have a special guest coming into the studio, so stick around for that.
Yay.
We're gonna have some fun. Our show is sponsored by Conroe Coffee in downtown Conroe and Montgomery County's Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. We'll be back right after these short sponsored messages.
Clean Sweep Office Cleaning has been Montgomery County's business cleaning service since 2002, offering professional office cleaning in areas such as restroom, stairwells, elevator, floor care, pretty much every angle of your office. One-time cleaning is available, but you will want these guys back. Offering daily, weekly, monthly scheduled cleanings, Clean Sweep Office Cleaning works around your business needs. Schedule a cleaning today online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or call 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Between the Crichton Theater and the Owen Theater, Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with tasty treats and Italy's favorite coffee. Have your favorite coffee or just have a midday snack be personally delivered to you at any location in downtown Conroe. All you have to do is call 936-CONROE-C or 936-266-7632.
We'd like to thank our sponsor at Conroe Coffee for supporting Mornings with Lone Star and Lone Star Community Radio. Don't forget to check them out online at conroecoffee.com.
People may say you're some kind of a nerd, but you're stiff in your knees.
Hey, we're back. Mornings with Lone Star here on Conroe's FM 104.5, 1061, and of course worldwide at irlonestar.com and your smartphone devices on Lone Star Internet Radio app. Boom. Brought to you by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. All right, Jake. Jerry Jones, what did he do?
Throw it to Jake. Jake, were you mentioning something about Jerry Jones?
Yeah, weren't you doing that? Some guy interrupted you.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. No, yeah, Jerry Jones withdrew his official threat to sue the NFL if Roger Goodell gets his extension. So this is interesting because this comes after Ezekiel Elliott has officially been banned.
He had 6 games.
And he got his 6 games, and he was still pursuing it up until last week, and he withdrew last week and said, I'm not going to even try to challenge it anymore. I'm going to serve the 6 games and go peacefully, which is ridiculous because of you can't say he went peacefully after everything he did. And then on top of this, they lost the last 2 weeks. So Jerry Jones is kind of like crawling back into his little hermit crab hole. And
what would have prompted that? Because, I mean, the dude's got an ego the size of Nebraska.
Well, that's where this becomes interesting because what happened behind closed doors? That's what I want to know.
What's behind the
something was said. So I heard somebody mention this, and it's a really interesting thought because think of everything that Roger Goodell knows about the league, about the owners.
He knows where the bodies are.
He knows where the skeletons are hidden. He knows where that secret closet is. And so I think a lot of these guys are kind of like, hey, rather than stir the pot and causing any trouble, and then ultimately leading to Goodell coming out with the tell-all book, if you will, I think they were kind of like, let's just go ahead and pay the man $49.5 billion and give him a private jet and health care for his entire family, just so that way our skeletons, all of our scandals with the, with what's going on with Hollywood, so nothing like that comes out on us. So I think it's really interesting to.
Interesting. I personally think the only thing that can save football at this point is rollerball. Just transition over. And I mean the original rollerball with James Caan. Not the horrible remake, but, just death on the field.
What about basketball?
Basketball, I would pay hard money
Jake, have you
to
ever
watch
seen
basketball.
That movie? I watched that movie for the first time in like 10 years yesterday, and I was like, I forgot how stupid this movie is. It is terrible.
But it makes a certain kind of sense.
It does. It's great.
I would
anything,
play
Dick? Just anything you want to comment on this? You've been interrupting me also.
No, I wanted to give you your time. I know it's important that we treat everyone equally here, and you allow yourself 5 minutes to get whatever's off your chest.
He's being a tyrant today.
Uh-oh. A despot.
This is Thanksgiving season.
Hey, well, let's segue a little bit in sports. So LeVar Ball. So I actually caught some of him like on
on CNN?
interview last night. Oh my God,
He was on CNN all day.
I do not like this guy at all.
He's great. Oh, he's great.
So is my conspiracy theory becoming true?
I
you
don't
think?
know. I don't know if he's colluding with the president for this one, but I'm telling you, he is milking this one. And, hey, me and Bottoms Up, what's it called, Big Baller or whatever. Me and Big Baller just hate the president right now. This and that, you know.
Well,
oh my
it's
gosh.
it's massive ego versus massive ego, and I don't think either.
This is
these two
Newtonian
men will
law.
not back down.
This is Newtonian law at its finest. When an irresistible force meets an immovable object, you get LeVar Ball and Donald Trump on the same topic. That's
It's
just
great. I'm personally, on a personal level, I would not like LeVar Ball, and I would never want to meet him or be associated with anything he does. But with that said, from an entertainment factor, I love watching this. I love watching how much of a fool he can be at times, and just how ridiculous and outlandish he can be, and it's entertaining.
the downside to that, when people become outlandish trying to make a name for themselves, but then other people take them seriously. And there's one more thing to add to the divide. That's
the problem. I'll never throw my actual dollars at his television show. I will never watch it there, but I'll catch. I enjoy the 5 minutes at a time where you get him on these news shows, and these analysts are so serious all the time, and they meet this clown is LeVar Ball, and they don't know what to do, and it's so awkward to him because it's like, well, he's not being serious.
Well, CNN has now officially spent more time on LeVar Ball than Al Franken. So there you go, CNN. Just throwing that out there, guys.
They got Franken.
Well, I can't wait to see what's going to come from him and more. There's more to come. There's got to be more.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to last all season.
And kids, here's what you can take home with you. There are jackwads on both sides of the aisle. Okay, you just got guys that are poopy heads. They are poopy.
Should we
heads.
have a jackwad segment?
A jackwad, yeah. Today's jackwad brought to you by
biggest jackwad of the week, something like that.
And I looked it up. We can say jackwad on the air with no problem. So.
Oh, when did you good?
I want to make sure what words I can get away with. I did my due diligence on it. We are not in trouble with the FCC for saying jackwad.
Go to break.
Can we do it in like a 60s kind of theme music? It's like jackwad. You know, we
Wait,
could
do that again?
I'm not going to do that again.
Let's replay that.
What we're going to do is we're going to take a break.
We can take a break.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick
We have a
music
special
break.
guest
We do have a
coming up,
special guest.
yeah.
She's probably wondering why she's still here.
He's nervously eyeing the door.
She's laughing along. She's enjoying it. She's
She's
excited.
laughing with us or at us. I can't tell.
at us.
Coming up, and after a couple songs, if you want to play in Conroe, make sure to stay tuned. That's right, the Conroe CVB is in the studio, and we have a new sheriff in town. So we're going to learn all about that. Visit playinconroe.com to see exactly which this nice lady will be, I guess, manning, or like, we grabbing the reins? What are we doing? What are we calling it?
Oh, boy, you just stepped in that one. She's womaning it, okay?
Womaning it. All right.
Jeez, Dick, I've got to pull your butt out
You
of
know
the
what?
fire every 5 words.
Sorry, I guess. Yeah. You're listening to more. You're listening. I don't want your sorry. You're listening to Mornings of Lone Star here at irlonestar.com worldwide, and of course Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. Here with your morning show, Mornings of Lone Star, brought to you by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. We'll be back after a couple songs. Again, if you have a song request, 936-647-3776, or message us on Facebook, MW Lone Star. We'll be back after this.
Clean Sweep Office Cleaning has been Montgomery County's business cleaning service since 2002, offering professional office cleaning in areas such as restroom, stairwells, elevator, floor care, pretty much every angle of your office. One-time cleaning is available, but you will want these guys back. Offering daily, weekly, monthly scheduled cleanings, Clean Sweep Office Cleaning works around your business needs. Schedule a cleaning today online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or call 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Between the Crichton Theater and the Owen Theater, Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with tasty treats and Italy's favorite coffee. Have your favorite coffee or just have a midday snack be personally delivered to you at any location in downtown Conroe. All you have to do is call 936-CONROE-C or 936-266 7632.
We'd like to thank our sponsor at Conroe Coffee for supporting Mornings with Lone Star and Lone Star Community Radio. Don't forget to check them out online at conroecoffee.com.
And we're back. Mornings of Lone Star here at irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, the day before Turkey Day.
Gobble, gobble.
If you're just now joining us and you missed our first hour talk, don't forget we podcast every episode on iTunes and Google Play, and then also on YouTube and Channel 12, Sudden Link in the local area, and soon to be Channel 21 in the Houston area. Boom, boom, boom.
Will
Boom,
Net
boom,
Neutrality
boom.
change that?
No,
Awesome.
not at all. Not here.
Awesome, right?
We do what we want. We're pirate radio. I'm just kidding. We're not pirates. What would we be equivalent to? What would we be?
Okay, if you take pirates and then the other
If there's
exact
a
opposite
scale,
of that,
if we're a scale,
like here's pirates,
the
and on
most
the other
extreme
scale is
would be
non-pirates.
pirates. What would be the other side of the scale? Mormons on
Pizza
bicycles?
delivery boys who live in their mother's basement playing World of Warcraft.
Okay, so that's us?
That's pretty much us, yeah.
But we're not in a basement right now.
It's metaphor. It's a metaphor.
You like that? You like
I
that?
like
Gobble
it.
diddly, gobble
Perfect
diddly.
ending.
yeah,
You like that?
was
Perfect
great.
ending.
Sitting here with Jake from Sports Talk, and we do have a special guest, so I guess we should talk
Acknowledge
about
her?
that. We should acknowledge her, Shannon Overby from the Conroe CVB, playingconroe.com for more information if you want to ignore everything we're about to say and just want to read something that's playing
If you
in
wanna-
Conroe. Right? Is that
You
how
want
it
to
works?
beat your way through what we're serving and find out what's really going on. Morning, Shannon.
Good morning.
How's it going?
It's going great.
Cool. She's still here, so we haven't scared her off
It's
yet.
a
That's good.
beautiful week in Conroe.
Right?
It really has been. You know, besides me being, just
Grumpy?
well, yeah,
Well,
I guess you could
it's-
describe it as
it's-
grumpy.
Yeah, it's the sickness and the legal drugs that are they're taking their toll on it.
Oh,
But,
you've been doing legal drugs?
Yeah.
I was kidding.
We're all legal here.
Yeah. That's what the scale is. We're the legal show.
Yeah, we're legal. We'll
But
get pulled over for
but I'm
too
really
much
glad we
Tylenol.
have Shannon in the studio. She took over Hutch's position over the Conroe CVB, and Hutch. I mean, did they make a cake out of his face? Is that what I saw? I saw something about his face.
We
Like it-
did. Yeah.
And that was, I mean, I've never been honored like that. So Hutch, if you're listening right now, that's probably one of the greatest honors someone can bake a cake of your face and then you let people eat it.
Okay, now I'm flashing over to Silence of the Lambs right now. Did they like do a mold of his face or like a photo?
no, it was a photo on top of a cake.
A mold of his face.
You know, like one of those things, like a death mask.
It wasn't three-dimensional head or
That would be
anything.
awesome. I mean, that's what I want mine to be.
So we could dissect you? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was digging the brain to see what's left. Not much.
You ever seen somebody do that? I don't know what the process is called, but it's like they dump a body in this liquid that kind of mummifies it, and then they come in and laser slice you like they do at the meat market, and it's like slices of you, and like you can see your brain in slices. And you've never seen doctors do that before when they're doing research and stuff?
Yes, I have.
It's really cool.
Sounds like
So
it.
can we do that to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, back to the Conroe Convention and Visitors Bureau Director Shannon Overby.
Yeah, we're definitely wasting our time right now.
That's good. We're going to carry over into the next segment.
Well, oh, you go. No, you go.
No, I don't
No,
want
you
to
go.
So, what's coming up here in Conroe now?
It's just like you said, it's a beautiful week. There's so much stuff going on. We're getting ready for Christmas, of course. The tree lighting is next week, next Tuesday, the 28th. It's going to be bigger and better than ever. Of course, the tree's already up, and then I think they're going to have people kind of come downtown onto Main Street. The shops and the restaurants and things will be open, and carolers and all kinds of stuff.
It's a community movement for this year's. That's on the 28th,
Right.
And
From 7 to 8:30. I'll be one of the volunteers for it. I'll be there's going to be like window dressing competition and hay rides.
I didn't enter the station.
Wait, you didn't enter the station?
I didn't. It was too late, and I was like, "Oh, I thought verbal confirmation worked. They're too serious here."
Can we,
I
can we-
thought
can we
I'll
give
talk
him
to
a
Margie.
punishment? Can we
Yes.
find
I'll get this
something?
straightened
Yes.
out.
I'll do any punishment because I felt like an idiot afterwards. Like it was too
He
late.
has to dress up as the Grinch.
We could do that.
There we go.
The kids would
I'm
love
too
that.
small to be the Grinch.
Well, here's the thing about this whole
Or an elf.
the event on the 28th, the Christmas on Main Street. I was in a committee meeting last night across the street
Yeah.
over at the corner pub, and I'm hopped up on the allergy meds,
The legal
NyQuil
stuff.
already.
The legal stuff.
And so I'm late. I walk in late and I sit down and everyone's talking. And then in the corner, there's a guy dressed up in an elf costume who's not saying a darn thing. So I think I'm hallucinating this guy for like 20 minutes. I'm just staring like, does no one else see this elf that's just staring back at me? Finally, he pipes up. He was in rehearsals for the Christmas show next door, and he's in the committee, but he just was taking 20 minutes of just thinking about it. So he finally spoke up. People were like, oh, yeah, thanks, Bob. I'm like, oh, thank God someone saw this guy. I was afraid to say anything.
But that's one of the things that's actually going on in downtown. The Christmas show that he is practicing for is a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for that. I can't believe that you're going to take a 30-minute Christmas special, and it's like a 2-hour play. So I'll be really interesting.
Well, because you do
Everyone just talks really slow.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you do the full versions of the song, I don't know if that would make it in 2 hours. The director has built onto it, and she's added a bunch of stuff to it. So I'm really interested to see it.
I can't wait. I have some friends actually in this one. So, in fact, the stage debut of Liam Dempsey, little 7-year-old, awesome guy. We made him an honorary Musketeer in our production of Three Musketeers. He's like the coolest kid ever. And he auditioned. He's in the show. So I'm looking forward to that one a lot.
I think some of the characters will be out wandering around. So it'll be really fun.
They're going to be there.
A lot of people wander around downtown Conroe.
Yeah, right.
I meant specifically for Christmas on Main Street.
Yeah, people just wander around all the time. So much to do.
But a lot of the merchants will be open for this, and they're being encouraged to like have specials. So when you come out to this Christmas on Main Street, hit the stores. They'll have coupons for like coming back on Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, and then they'll have wassail or hot chocolate or whatever to hand out. It's going to be really fun. I think it'll be really cute.
It sounds like a ball. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
But what else? Do we have anything else cool coming up?
Of course, we've got the Conroe Christmas celebration, which is the week and a half later.
It's the 7th or
the
9th?
The 9th from 11 to 5. And it's going to be lots of fun. Encourage all the families to come out for that. And then that same day is the Christmas parade that the Kiwanis puts on. I think the parade's at 1 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. And that'll be really fun all through downtown as well.
We'll show up early, find a place to park, and get a good spot because that's going to be a heck of a parade.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, on the 2nd of December, it doesn't go along with this, but we've got the festival that's going on out at Southern Star Brewery. That's going to be lots of fun.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I've been wanting to go out to that Southern Star Brewery and go check it out.
Have you not been?
I haven't had a chance.
I just started here a month ago, and I've already been twice.
We're pacing ourselves.
We have tickets to sell to that thing.
And we're giving some away on our social media, too. So
We're selling tickets?
Yeah,
it's a fundraiser.
Clearly, let's just make a statement right now. I've not been on my game for the past couple weeks. No excuse.
He gets engaged and he just
It goes downhill from there.
Holly, what are you doing to our guy? What are you doing to our Dick, Holly?
Yeah, what is she doing?
It's all her fault.
All her fault.
Yeah, we're blaming Holly today.
She's a succubus.
So, yeah, you can buy those at numerous places all over town.
Yep.
And then we're giving away 2 pairs of them on our Facebook. So if you're not already following Play in Conroe on Facebook, please do so. You can.
I am going to let our listeners know the Christmas on Main Street that's happening next Tuesday. I'm going to be sharing a link real quick on Facebook about all the information you need about that real quick. I'm just doing that right now.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah, do come out for it. I'll be dressed up as something. I'll raid a costume department and find some probably Dickinsonian outfit to wear or something. I'll be passing out some of the tokens where people can vote on their favorite window dressing. There'll be some tickets going out too for I think special raffle prizes. So we're really looking forward to this. To be good. And of course, dipping into next spring in March, late March, we've got the Downtown Conroe Shakespeare Festival, and I can't wait to talk to you about that one.
Yeah, I've heard some of it. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun with that one. But that's down the line. Let's get through Christmas first, and then I'll hit you with what we have in mind for the Shakespeare Festival. But yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
What else?
It's gonna be okay.
I want to find out about.
Let's not build it up too much.
I mean, it
Oh,
is Shakespeare after all. You can't understand what the man's saying.
Oh, Gauntlet Throne.
Are we doing dinosaurs or are we doing cavemen Shakespeare?
We're gonna be doing As You Like It with dinosaurs.
Good. For the kids.
For the kids.
Those are the ones that
Well, the
count.
T-Rex, the arms can't reach down that far, so the kids will be safe. They can't get grabbed.
That was a
up.
horrible joke.
Hey, you set me up. I can't. We need that sound effect. I want to find out about Shannon's history. What brought you here to Conroe? Because apparently for like 20 some odd years, you were at the Bryan College Station Convention and Visitors Bureau, guys. That's what CVB stands for. Just in case you need it.
It's a mouthful.
I know.
It's a mouthful. Yeah, I'm an Aggie. Graduated and started at the Convention and Visitors Bureau there in Bryan College Station. Loved it. Left earlier this year thinking I wanted to switch sides and start working on the corporate side. I was hired by a firm out of Tucson, Arizona, a tourism technology company. Worked for them for a couple of months until Harold reached out to me. Hutch reached out to me. I've known him for a number of years.
Okay.
And asked me to apply. He told me he was really retiring, and I did. Threw my hat in the ring, not really thinking much about it, and got the job. And I actually, before I accepted the position, my husband and I came down here and drove around, ate downtown, went out to the brewery, kind of checked it all out. My husband's a musician, so
Awesome. What does he play?
pretty much anything you put in his hands, but mostly guitar or bass.
So you were out of Texas for how long? 3 months?
I didn't. I worked out of my home
Oh, you
and
worked out of your-
traveled. Yeah,
Okay, I was
remotely.
gonna say.
Yeah.
You can't go too far away from Texas for too long.
No.
You get homesick.
So yeah, and so it's just a great community. I mean, it's different than Bryan College Station. It's a little bit smaller, maybe the size of one of the two cities. But there's so much more to offer. I mean, there's a great historic downtown. There's lots of retail and restaurants on I-45. There's an awesome lake. There's 2 forests. I mean, it's just amazing. And there's so much stuff, so much art and culture and music and just a ton of stuff.
And a lot less maroon.
No, I'm bringing the maroon with me. There's
bringing
actually a lot of Aggies here.
There are a lot of
Everywhere.
Aggies here.
They're insidious like that. But, and I'm sure you know, I don't have to, I'm telling these more for the listeners, but Conroe was recently recognized as the fastest growing
was.
city in the United States.
Sure was.
So your timing is impeccable. This, my friends, is what's known as a bloodless coup. Hutch is out, Shannon's in. And not a drop of blood was spilled.
Nope. It was very, very nice. I was very happy to be able to work with Hutch for 2 weeks prior to him actually leaving, so he could kind of get me solid footing before he kind of set
Show
me
you the
loose.
ropes.
But it's been really fun. I mean, I think, Hutch has done a great job. I bring in some different skill sets and looking to kind of just expand and build on what Hutch has already done.
Well, I know Conroe's growing in pretty much all markets. I mean, we have jobs are coming over here. We have entertainment coming over here. We have developments coming over here. What would you say, being an outsider coming in, where do you see Conroe going to have the most beneficial impact in the community and also attract more people? Because
Sure, from a tourism perspective, I think Hutch has done a really good job of building up that leisure market and really promoting birding and outdoor activities, whether it's hiking or on the water. He's done a really good job with the arts and culture and really building that up. Where I think that I see some of our growth with some of the new developments and things coming on is more conventions, meetings, corporate, medical meetings, that sort of thing. I've already met with all the hotels, including La Torretta out on the lake. And we've got a lot to offer already, but there could be some things coming online in the future that we could offer as, for larger groups so we can really bring in and find those need times and fill the hotels and ultimately have them spend money in our community as well.
That's cool. And when you said medical, of course, because the area is becoming huge. I know Woodlands likes to lay claim to it, but a lot of those medical facilities are actually in Conroe.
That is correct.
I say I'm a Woodlands boy, so it's like, dang it, they're taking it from us. But yeah, absolutely. They're Conroe all the way.
why can't it be both, Sean?
Why can't we all just get along?
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's talk about Aggies and
Somebody is
Longhorns.
always better. Always.
That's right. That's what makes this country great is competition. I've said it before, I'll say it again.
Oh.
That's why we got to the moon first.
Or did we?
We did. Well,
Yeah.
for humans. AAA. Hey, by the way, do you know AAA said that they anticipate 51 million people being on the roads today?
Today?
Today. 51 million. Now they have 57, was it 57 million?
Members?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have 57. So where are the 6 million members?
Well, it could be similar situations to what Dick has going on, where he's just under his grandfather. So it's kind of like
We're all one person.
it's all one.
But this is the day where, you can just, AAA can just go up and down the freeways and passing out like a discount member. Well, we believe, Dick and I believe that AAA is a organization hell-bent on world domination.
World
Probably so.
domination.
Well, I can tell you
Why
where
are
the majority
Why are
of
you
those.
telling her? She's part of it. She's part of the CVB. Come on. That's like another octopus arm of the AAA.
We are not.
Totally,
We work
totally
with
are.
This is like the militant wing
Oh,
of
no.
AAA. It's all these, TLRs, 3-letter acronyms.
Well, I can tell you
CVB.
where most of those drivers are. They're on Highway 6. I commute right now still from College Station while my son is finishing up high school, and they're all on Highway 6 right now.
I believe it because driving in, I was expecting like huge traffic. I just breezed up 45, like, traveling the safe speed limit of 70 miles an hour. I did not speed. But yeah, no traffic.
I am going through this playinconroe.com website.
We find anything naughty?
Nothing naughty, but man, is there a lot to do.
There's too much.
I didn't know I'm a disc golf guy.
Yeah, there's a bunch of disc golf here.
I did not know how much disc golf was here in Conroe.
Disc golf, throw a frisbee and
Well, it's not a frisbee.
You do,
it's a disc. Okay, I get it.
Do you do legal drugs and go play disc golf?
No, because I don't have allergies or anything. Like that.
You don't? Man, you're lucky.
You-
I have no
you lucked
allergies.
out on
Maybe
this
you
one.
should put that on the website, Shannon's like, we have allergies here. If like, so maybe this is how you prep yourself when you come up here because it's so beautiful, so clean. My dirty body just can't handle it.
But like I'm going through all these events and there's just tons. Like, did you know that we have the Conroe Coffee, one of our sponsors, art experience coming up this Friday?
Yeah, they do at the last Friday of every month.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's why they put up weird art stuff in the window.
I just thought that was Leo putting up weird art.
No, no,
that was
Yeah,
art.
that features an artist.
I bought artwork from the last 3 artists up
Not
there.
the dog one though. That was a weird
No,
one. All
I
these dogs
skipped-
were looking at
I
us
skipped
every
the dog
day.
one.
It was
But Jake, actually, if you look over your right shoulder, you'll see that Jason actually stuck up a picture of himself.
I saw
his
that.
Halloween photo.
I was really
I can't
hoping that
take
got
my
bought.
eyes off it. He hid his own Halloween costume photo in amongst these real artwork.
I think probably the most surprising thing that I didn't know Conroe offered was the bird watching. Like apparently Conroe
It's a big thing.
is like one of the top 10 like in the world
Mm-hmm.
of bird watching. And I don't really know the system of bird watching. I don't know if it's like you keep a checkbook and you're like, oh, I saw that bird. But I mean, is that what it is?
I think so.
They're
It's
pretty
not my
hardcore
thing.
But I
about
get
it.
it if you're a photographer because you like taking pictures of birds. But some people don't like. They literally just look at birds.
They travel to see certain types of birds
Yeah.
in different areas.
Oh, yeah, my daughter is huge. She's a huge ornithologist in training.
What word did you just use?
Ornithologist.
Horn or
Horn.
orn?
Ornithologist.
Horn.
Horny.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, is that
Bird person.
so? Bird person, ornithologist
Bird person.
would really enjoy Conroe because of the 338 species of birds listed up here as migrant in North America, you can find 333 of those 338 in Conroe.
There you go.
Wow. Now that is seriously, that is like impressive.
So that means we only have 5 of those birds. that
Where
we-
are they? Why aren't they coming in? And it's Shannon's job to get these last 5 species
I'll go find 'em.
down. Come to Conroe.
No,
you can play in
because the
Conroe.
Conroe
Plant a bunch of
CVB
bird seed.
did a campaign. I want to say it was like 3 years ago, where we plant a certain type of flower
That was for the butterfly.
and the butterfly, but it was something. It's all
Milkweed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it. I mean, that's a big deal to people. It's so I just never knew about it until you meet people who are eating at IHOP. Well, we were watching birds. I'm like, what? Like,
Isn't it funny when you
It's a
come
big
across
thing.
something new that you don't know how hardcore they are till it's like quilters. These guys.
Oh, my
and gals,
grandmother.
holy cow! My mother-in-law spent like $15,000 on this long arm sewing machine. She said she got it on a special deal.
My-
15,000.
My
for a sewing
grandmother
machine.
just came into town for the sewing convention that goes on at the George R. Brown in Houston, and it's like 90,000 old ladies just.
I got stuck behind one of
swarming.
Joann's. I had to get some fabric for a production, and this lady was in front of me, and she had like 82,000 coupons there. And okay, I want a bolt of this and 3 yards of that, and she had like a micrometer to make sure that her yards were like down to the micro inch. It was insane.
There are groups that love everything. I mean, there's a group for everybody. We have a coin show coming up in January.
yeah, we interviewed. Oh man, what was his name? He was a coin guy.
Claude? Was it Claude?
He really was.
I
Like,
And there's a
they-
name for that, numismatic something.
and
I
they
don't
had
know.
like the total amount of money they're bringing. Like I meant like coin wise. It was pretty interesting how because I mean some of those coins are worth a lot.
Well, and when's this coming? Going out?
I think it's January 19th, if I'm not mistaken, and it will be out at the Lone Star Convention Center. I met with them earlier this week. They're serious. They are serious. And here's an interesting thing. You really should go out and check it out. It's going to be pretty cool. There's a funeral home directors museum or something in Spring.
Yeah, the funeral Museum of Funeral History.
Yep. Okay, so they have a
Off of Ellis
coffin.
Boulevard.
They have a coffin made out of money that will be on display up there. And I think you can climb in it and have your picture taken in it.
A coffin made out of money.
Uh-huh. Oh, here, I have a picture of it on my phone, I think.
Oh, wow.
So you can be buried with your belongings? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Well, the whole coffin is like inlaid with coins and dollar bills.
So yeah, you can be buried with your.
You can take it with you. Well, until the grave diggers dig you up. And
Right.
Wouldn't that be a crazy conspiracy theory to start about Conroe? Is like everyone who gets buried here has money in their coffin. You think that would be a market for people
Here,
visiting
show it to
Conroe?
that camera right there. There we go. We got that. So it's the
Can you
money
see it?
coffin.
Yeah, we can see it.
It's the money coffin.
And we saw that you got a message.
Stop showing the casket.
Well, Shannon, is there anything else you want to let people know? PlayingConroe.com.
Yeah, a couple other things. As you mentioned, all of the events that are on the calendar, we're always trying to add to that. So if y'all or any of the listeners have an event that they're hosting that they want to get out to the public, residents and visitors alike use that community calendar. So it's a great way for free publicity.
What's the legitimacy of the event? Like,
Well,
if I make up an event,
It does go through a little bit of a buffer, so it doesn't say, party at Dick's house or something
right,
like
I was
that.
thinking, like Skippy,
Or, we don't want
wear
to,
your skivvies.
a garage sale isn't really something we want to promote, that sort of stuff. But it's things that are open to the public or whether they have a fee or not. And it's just a great way to get some publicity for that, all free. We also have a grant program I want to mention really quickly. So if you're looking to bring an event or want to host an event here in our community, we've got a grant that's funded through the hotel occupancy tax funds. That's how we're funded. So it really needs to be used. State mandates how it has to be used to bring in more visitors to the community, to spend the night in the hotels and spend money in our community. So if you're going to bring an event like the coin show or, a festival or something that's going
Or
to
party at Dick's house.
or maybe a party at Dick's, well, you'd have to go through a grant process. Not sure if that would pass, but
Well, we just call it a bird show,
well, there you go.
right?
The application is on our website, and the deadline is January 10th for that.
Cool. Let's see, Jake, let's see if we can come up-
PlayingConroe.com. Okay, we don't need to talk about that anymore. PlayingConroe.com. And y'all do have social media and all that kind of stuff for the events.
It's all Visit Conroe is our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
I just added your Snapchat.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Well, there you go.
Cool.
Well, Shannon, thank you so much for
Thank
coming in.
you.
Thanks, guys.
And sharing all that cool stuff. You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio here at irlonestar.com worldwide. And, of course, locally on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. We are going to hang out and have a short commercial break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Clean Sweep Office Cleaning has been Montgomery County's business cleaning service since 2002, offering professional office cleaning in areas such as restroom, stairwells, elevator, floor care, pretty much every angle of your office. One-time cleaning is available, but you will want these guys back. Offering daily, weekly, monthly scheduled cleanings, Clean Sweep Office Cleaning works around your business needs. Schedule a cleaning today online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or call 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Between the Crichton Theater and the Owen Theater, Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with tasty treats and Italy's favorite coffee. Have your favorite coffee or just have a midday snack be personally delivered to you at any location in downtown Conroe. All you have to do is call 936-CONROE-C or 936-266-7632.
We'd like to thank our sponsor at Conroe Coffee for supporting Mornings with Lone Star and Lone Star Community Radio. Don't forget to check them out online at conroecoffee.com.
People may say you're some kind of a nerd when you're stiff in your knees.
Welcome back. Mornings with Lone Star, sponsored by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office cleaning. Special thanks to Shannon Overby from the Conroe CVB who's just joined us. If you missed that interview, we'll be posted on our podcast and YouTube channels. Just look up Mornings with Lone Star.
Lots of good stuff coming up in Conroe.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bird watching.
Ornithology.
I was going to suggest to her if she's ever seen The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and maybe Conroe should put in something like that.
Oh, I would be all
Where
over
we could
that.
just watch people cause carnage and stuff like that.
We can have chariot races around the town square here.
That's what they're doing on November 28th. Carriage rides.
Awesome. Yeah.
I think he was talking more like race style of the carriages.
Like Ben-Hur,
Ben-Hur.
put those spear heads out on your axles, and
I'll tell you what, Skippy, you can be my horse. I'll be the one in the chariot.
I'm always the horse.
Yeah, you are.
I always have to be that. I'm always the rear end of the horse too. Hey, you know who else is a horse's rear end right now? Maybe
Who?
allegedly, John Lasseter. Who's that? You may ask. Go on and ask it.
Yeah. Well,
Who's
who's
that?
that, you ask?
Funny you should ask. John Lasseter is
You
the
don't
head
say the
of.
who ask part.
Oh.
We can roll with it. Yeah. So the head of Disney Pixar Studios, people that brought us Toy Story, and today came out their new one. What's it called? Coco. It's, that one looks like such an acid trip. I couldn't even watch it normally.
Hey, well, I don't
On
know.
those legal drugs you take?
Oh, the legal drugs.
the legal NyQuil.
And Pixar's had a few of these Hispanic, or not even Hispanic, more Mexican cultured cartoons come out. And the last one, I'm blanking on the name of it, but it was actually really good. So I think I might go see it based off of the last one.
But anyhow, he's the latest. He apparently put out a memo to his staff saying, golly, I may have made some of you feel uncomfortable, so I'm going to step down for a few months and get right with myself. And
His
Jesus.
exact words were, "It's been brought to my attention that I have made some of you feel disrespected and uncomfortable. That was never my intent." Whatever that truly means, but I think there's a cloud dust, a storm, a rolling, a brewing up on his desk.
I'm trying to come up with a joke about Buzz Lightyear and Woody about this, and
Oh no!
yeah,
no.
they're all
Just stay away.
I
just
can't.
stay away.
I can't go down that rabbit hole.
But the big news are the big. I don't know if it's directly related to this per se, because Toy Story 4 was on the table as far as being put into the works, and Rashida Jones is an actress that plays in there, but she has already said that she is not going. She's departing from Pixar and departing from the Toy Story 4, no matter what. And
Yeah, because she's so vital to Toy Story.
hey,
Was she in the first three at all?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
yeah, she was in the last one, wasn't she? I'm pretty sure she was in the last
Only
one.
people I know from Toy Story, one of them's dead, and it was the guy who played Slinky. And then you have Tim Allen and Tom Hanks. That's really the only.
Yeah, Don Rickles played Slinky. You have Wallace Shawn.
No, Don Rickles didn't play Slinky.
Who played Slinky?
The guy from Ernest Goes to Camp and stuff.
Oh, Jim Varney?
Yeah, he played Slinky.
Was that? Oh, that was Slinky.
Anyways, but
Again, replaceable. Boom.
they're talking about removing Toy Story 4 completely off the table, which is sad to me because I grew up with that series. I grew up with it with 1 and 2, graduated with 3, and that was really sad. And,
But I think 3 ended it so perfectly.
but 4 passes on to the girl, and we got to see the girl go through the same turmoil that,
I still say it's like a nightmare thing. Just know that these toys are alive forever until you totally destroy them.
they
It's
have
like-
to be burned.
It's like a vampire thing. You got to
awesome.
cut off their head, stuff their mouth with garlic, drive a stake through their heart, expose them to sunlight, and bury them in their own dirt to get rid of them. I mean, these poor toys. I'm like kind of traumatized on that. So John Lasseter.
Where are we going with this one?
I don't know,
Guys.
but I'm going. I blame John Lasseter. And hey, speaking of blaming, you like these segues?
You're doing great. Keep it up.
I'm doing good.
2 thumbs up.
This week, apparently, it's now Obama's fault that Hillary Clinton lost
Where
the
do you
election.
get these stories from?
From independently verifiable news sources. At
I
least
feel like
2
you
of
just
them.
make it up.
74.2% of all statistics are made up on the spot. No, this is from 2 independently verified sources. That
So she's blaming
So you
Obama
really don't
for
have a
what?
source? Like, what source are we talking about? New York Times source or what?
Fox News, New York Times are the 2 I went to.
Let's try this again. So she's blaming Obama for what?
That she couldn't run her campaign on a platform of change because it would sound like she was smack talking him. And so she was her campaign was constrained. As a result, she couldn't win because she couldn't carry on his legacy because she wanted to change things, but she couldn't say she wanted to change things because of his legacy sucked. So that's why this week she lost the election.
So why not just come out and say 4 more great years if it may be a different great year.
But she didn't want to say they were great years.
What was her motto? I don't even know.
Wait. If you're gonna sit there and say that those weren't 8 great years, then why wouldn't you say, hey, look, we saw what happened during his administration. Let me do something similar but better. Why? I mean,
could she have done it where it said just not Donald Trump?
Well, that
like
once
that would have
again,
worked probably, right?
Like flashing back to 2008, she was expecting the coronation. I mean, it was like she didn't hit states that first time because Obama at that point was a freshman, sophomore senator who didn't even have a voting.
But they kind of fell apart during the DNC. I mean, I remember seeing reports of people leaving, like delegates were leaving because of how much corruption there was. Like they knew what was happening with Bernie Sanders and all that kind of stuff, and it wasn't handled well.
It wasn't handled well, and then the CNN scandal that time came out that the debate prep questions.
Now is she a vampire? If she looks in the mirror, can she actually not see her reflection? Like, does she not know that
interdimensional vampire?
That's right.
It's not
like Life Force.
Alex Jones.
Hey, if you haven't seen the movie Life Force, watch it. Intergalactic space vampires.
I really believe this woman does not own a mirror, because if she cannot look in that mirror and say, "I'm the reason why I lost this campaign," then
every week there's something new, and I can't think of a presidential loser, meaning someone who didn't get president, who's still desperately trying to maintain a daily news presence.
Well,
in the history of America,
it's that Clinton mantra. It's we win. That's it. We don't lose.
And that's the thing. I mean, look at from Mondale to Dole to all the people who were up against. Where's Dick going? By now they're gone. They're on the pundit course, and that's it. I know what Dick's doing now. So anyhow, I can't wait to see who's to fault next week. So we got the Russians, we've got the DNC, we got Bernie Sanders, we got Obama.
I'm waiting for her to just come out and say it's Bill. That'll be great.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That'll be great,
especially with everything that's going on on again both sides of the aisle. There are poopy heads. There are jackwads on both sides. This is not a Republican. It's not a Republican issue. It's not a Democrat issue. You have men in power who abuse it.
And women.
People
abuse power. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Right? That makes a lot of sense.
But with great power comes
great responsibility.
You got it, Jake.
That's right.
I like how Jake and I can finish each other's sandwiches. Right.
Yeah. It's such an old joke.
Y'all are so stupid.
Such an old joke.
So
all right,
stupid.
we got a few minutes left here. Do we want to talk about what we're thankful for this Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Well, wait, I got a quick question.
Oh, golly. What?
Thanksgiving, where's this rank amongst other holidays? Like mine, I put it at 3. I'm a huge proponent of New Year's, not Christmas, but New Year's, and 4th of July, and then I go Thanksgiving third.
I think for me, Thanksgiving's pretty much number 2. For me, Christmas is number 1. Just everything about it. Then Thanksgiving. Historically, I just tend to have sucky New Year's, and it's just one of those things. My New Year's just tend not to be good or memorable.
Never got a New Year's kiss?
Never got it. Thank you for rubbing salt
Last
in
New
that
Year's, Holly kicked me in the shin.
That's as high as she can reach.
That's just tall.
I remember that.
She was aiming higher, but that's as far as that leg could go.
Well, we were walking back to the house, and I said something, me
being Dick.
And then she just
Dick
kicked
being
just
Dick.
this flat out 3rd grade, kicked me in the shin. It's like, you jerk. And I'm like, ow. Like, get kicked in the shin doesn't feel good. So, you know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for that Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday, so it's at least consistent.
It's funny how that happens.
And that means you get, like, the schools don't know what to do. It's like, do we just give them, Thursday, Friday off, or do you give them the whole week off? And typically they give in and give the whole week off. So a lot of jobs are like, oh, give the whole week off for Thanksgiving. And so it's kind of nice to get, like, a...
Yet I'm here.
Right. Well, but we won't be here tomorrow.
Yeah, I won't be here tomorrow.
Or Friday.
Radio always has to go on.
I know, man. We could have ran replays all week.
Jake, what are you thankful for besides being on a Thursday?
Being a jerk.
No, I'm thankful just
Jerk.
for the opportunity to get together with friends and family over this time. I don't get to see all of my family all that often, and I don't get to see all of my friends anymore all that often because everybody's moved away onto bigger and better things. And yet I'm still stuck here with you guys. And so I'm thankful that I get to see him this weekend and everything like that. So, Skip?
Yeah, I hate to say what Jake said, but pretty much, this for me is going to be a particularly special Thanksgiving, hanging with my sister, building some really good memories. We're all going to be schlepping up to Dallas, where my sister is. She can't travel well, so so she's there, and I've got some of my stepsisters. I have 8 sisters and brothers, and they're like, to me, they're like
real siblings.
Yeah, there's no step
for realsies.
Yeah, they're for realsies siblings, but my only for realsies sibling is my sister. But they're coming in. We've got some of them coming in too. So we're going to just
that's awesome.
Fill the house, have some memories. I will be the typical younger brother and drive my sister crazy because she can't eat. So I will be going, this is the best turkey I've ever had, sis. And I'll get yelled at for that. But, that's what brothers do to their sisters.
So are y'all opposed to having multiple Thanksgivings in one week?
No, I have been married and divorced enough times and with kids that, especially with marriage, and this is something Dick may have to get used to, you got to, especially holidays, you got to compromise and keep the peace. Maybe 1 year on with your family and then the next year with theirs, or, okay, we got you till noon and then we're off to the other one.
Yeah, because we did I know Dick did last Friday a Friendsgiving, and then this past Saturday we called it a Drunksgiving. But yeah, we did a Drunksgiving on Saturday, and that was a lot of fun. And then I've got one on Thursday and one on Friday. But I know some people are like, no, it's got to be on Thursday, and you have one, and they're very traditionalist, and it's like, in this modern day of age when the family is so large and so divided and so many different things, you got to make room.
The thing. You're right, Jake. Here's the thing. This is the day marks the time. I think Thanksgiving, to me, kicks off the holiday season in the sense that people tend to be a little nicer to each other. They get the holiday spirit, and this goes beyond. This is like cross religion. I don't care if you're an atheist or rabid Catholic or Jewish. The season itself, I think people tend to appreciate it.
Do you think
for the most part?
Do you think a lot of people still associate? Because is Thanksgiving a religious holiday? I didn't think it was.
No. It's a remembrance of the Pilgrims who sat down with the Indians.
They had burritos, right?
They had burritos. Yeah, they had breakfast burritos.
They had breakfast tacos from Carmelitas. There.
Oh yeah. Then in that case, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Gobble gobble.
All right, guys, we gotta be wrapping this stuff up. I'm tired of hearing y'all. Just kidding. I love y'all. Be thankful, folks. You're listening to Mornings Lone Star here at irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. Special thanks to our sponsors here. We got Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. And don't forget, if you're just now joining us, we do podcasts every show. So if you missed Shannon's interview, we're on YouTube, Google Play, and iTunes. That'll be following shortly. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, MW Lone Star. Coming up next on our talk show lineup is, of course, going to be Nathan Arzade's Montgomery County Lifestyle. Don't forget, Jake from Sports Talk will be at 1 o'clock today, probably talking everything that he didn't talk about on our show. So that's going to be brand new, Jake from Sports Talk at 1 o'clock. Stick around. You're listening to Montgomery County's community radio station here on irlonestar.com.
Let's turkey try to shoot. Let's give it all we got. And when the day.
Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show was recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas, at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.